Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, Lynn. Decided to join me, so we're not going to laugh at me. We're going to redo this. Hi, Suzanne, Jennifer, Joni, Lori. Who do you see more often than us? Hey, ladies. Hi, Lorraine. Linda. We'll give it a minute for everybody to come on, but as you know, last night I attempted to show you how to put this box together, and my brain completely froze. Um, Hi, Linda Taylor, Lori, Heather. Yeah, we got a bunch of you coming in, but don't you see, you're coming back to laugh at me tonight, aren't you? I'm trying to uh, hope this was a two-step forward day. Yes, today was not too bad. I'm feeling pretty good. This afternoon, I did have to crash. I crashed actually for 2 hours. But I said to Dan, the first couple of days after coming back from the hospital, I slept non-stop. I think 3 days. Like I may have been awake 1 to 2 hours each day. And like he said, my body had no nutrients in it, nothing. So, it was kind of just on shutdown mode, I guess. It just needed to mend, but I'm getting there, I'm just a little nervous that my antibiotics finish on Sunday, and so there's that fear there. But we're doing good. We're doing good. As you can see, I've got stuff on the table here because I'm just working on putting together the dangle charms, the Christmas dangle charms, as well as the pins. So they will be in the store on Monday. I'm bagging them now, and then I'm doing a little instructional video with it, and I'm putting a Q code on here so you can scan the Q code, watch the video on how to put them together. So I thought we would try that method and see, and I'll also, post it on the Facebook group as well. So I will show you exactly how to assemble this one, because this is the dangle charm that will hang on an album, a folio, that sort of thing. So I'm going to put my work that we're doing on top of this and hope not to disturb it, because I've got everything counted out. There's some really, cute charms in this one. There's the Santa. Let me show you here. There's Santa, Christmas trees, there's presents. We've got snowflakes and mittens and gingerbread men. Some really cool charms, and then bells. So they're going to be really nice. And then, of course, there's not as many pieces in the dangle charms, but they will be nice as well. So Dan just got home, and yes, you're right, Lynn. It does. Dan just got home, and he brought me home. Some of my other stuff has arrived. How many of you like the show Friends? There are people out there that are fans of the show Friends. Give me a heart if you are, so I'm going to show you something cool. We've got a delay here, so I will wait. Sharon, you're a fan of Friends? Jennifer? Oh, Sandra Panio. A bunch of you. Linda Thomas. Used to watch it all the time. Well, I have to tell you that if you're doing an album, maybe, or a little folio or something special for some friends, I have Friends charms. And these just came in. These are adorable. So there's the cookbook, there's the pivot, 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 there is Smelly Cat, that says Friends, duck, there's the couch. I don't know what the shoe's about, and there's a hat there, but anyway, it's super super cute. Perk, Central Perk. So it's got everything to do with Friends in there. So that's going to be fun, and that will be a dangle charm as well. So if you have somebody or know somebody that is really into Friends and you want to do a little something for them from one friend to another, that would just put it over the top. Now I've got I've got so many charms on order because we are doing a dangle charm with Lucy 4. So the stuff is coming in, so I'm peeking in the bags. We'll do this live. You guys can see what I got in the same time. I always get excited. You can ask the girls. I have quite the stash of charms. And we sell out so fast. And, you know, it's a whole process putting these things together. Oh, those are more of my chains that came in. And then I've got one more to check and see what's in this other one. So, yeah, for the dangle charms for Lucy 4, of course, there's all kinds of components for that one too. So it does take me a while to assemble. I'm doing 25 packs of those. These are part of the beads that are going to be on the dangle charm for Lucy 4 because it is spring themed. We got spring colors. So that's another one that came in. So yay. Oh, there's another one. What is this one? I just have a box of goodies here that he, I'm not having any interruptions. I've got it going on my iPad. It should be good. Oh my gosh, get these things opened. Oh, and those are my bead caps. Okay. I will tell you on Thursday I am doing, why did he bring these home? Not sure why Dan brought those home. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not. This is the classic Christmas. These are the card fronts and tags and so forth from Stamperia. The new Stamperia is arriving on Monday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that. I will post over the weekend or Monday what I am doing on Thursday next week. You guys are going to love this. This is a little mini folio. Very quick to make, so cool, and I am going to be using the 8x8 Sleeping Beauty. So if you want to do it the same as I'm doing it, you will need to get yourself one of these 8x8 Sleeping Beauty pads, and it's going to use 11 sheets of cardstock, no chipboard required. And oh my gosh, you're going to love this one. So super fast, really great. Again, good for presents and lots of space to put photos. So that's coming up. Okay, so let's get this done so you guys can get on with the rest of your evening. And let's see how I do here. Just piling this. So I cut out all the pieces again. And I just wanted to go through the scoring with you. So I get it right this time. I'm drinking my tea. Poor Dan just got in and he is exhausted. He's had a super busy day today. He had, I think, just over 40 people in the store today for a Friday. That's like
crazy.
Crazy. So we make them work.
How is everyone tonight? So Lucy, you got a prize for tonight?
No.
See, this is why I'm here, ladies.
Oh my gosh. Go and get over
there.
No.
So what did you just talk about?
I just talked about, I don't know. Oh, is that what you, that? Okay.
That is your prize.
No, I told you to bring that home for me.
That is going to, did you not just show that?
Yes, saying I'm doing an album with it on Thursday.
And tonight you're going to give one of those away as a prize.
Well, look at that.
So somebody is going maybe do the album and get the paper for nothing.
There you go. Well, isn't he kind?
Ladies, I take care of you.
So
the key word is
beauty. That's going to be everybody saying hi, Dan.
Hello.
Yeah, the card fronts are pretty, eh? But no, that's not the prize. He wants to give you guys a nice 8x8 pad of Sleeping Beauty. And as I said, I'm doing an album on Thursday with this. So that's going to be nice if you guys could win this.
Are you talking funny?
I'm talking funny. My brain is going again.
Yeah.
It's an intermittent brain right now.
Right now?
Shut up. Go back in your corner. Okay. Yeah, you can say the word anytime you want. Oh, and remember, to see if you've won a prize, go back to the video, the live video, go down to the end of the comments, and you can sort it so that the last comments are first, and you will see Dan will post the name of the winner on each one of those videos.
And remember, if you want a prize and you come in the store or have an order shipped to you, please remind us, because I have no way of matching all the stuff together. And I know I'm shipping out orders and people have prizes that are sitting in a box.
Yeah, like don't feel, oh, I hate to ask for my prize. You
want
ask.
it.
You asked for that
You
prize,
want
girl.
it. You deserve it.
You go, girl. You
Yeah.
get that prize.
Yeah, girls.
Yeah. Okay, on with the show. Oh, Dan, I got you 2 donuts.
Ooh.
Magpie was open.
Oh, I guess I'm having one right now.
So we got a new bakery in our big town of Mount Forest, and I guess she opened, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
No, not that long, but okay.
Anyway, you can't ever, she sells out. So like she's open until 2 or until she sells out. Well, by noon she's always sold out. So I had to go into downtown, big downtown Mount Forest today, and she happened to be open, and I remembered that she had posted that they had, oh, Irene, you got your prize today? Very good.
She did. I had to search for it.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. So anyway, this girl had posted, from Magpie, had posted that she has toffee apples, and they looked so cool. So I thought, oh, I'm going to run across and I will pick one up for Olivia for Halloween. And this was at like 10:30, and she was sold out already. So, but she did have her fancy donuts, which are very much like Lady Glaze. So I got Dan a salted caramel and a butter tart donut. So I did take, each one's got a little piece taken off that I cut off like this so that I could taste it.
Oh,
and
Lucy.
the rest is for him.
Oh,
Okay,
Lucy.
so
Get back to work.
I told you guys last night to cut 2 pieces. These pieces are cut 6.5. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. 6.5 by 6 3/4. And then we are going to score them. I show you how to score them. We have 2 pieces that are 3.5 by 6 3/4. And 2 pieces that are 9 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. Is anybody going to do this with me now, or are you going to watch and do later? Okay. So I'm going to get my scoring done, and then I can move this board out of the way. I know I took out my, no I didn't, here it is. Okay, so with your 6.5 by 6 3/4 paper, you want to score at 1 1/4 inch. Okay, turn your paper 1 turn and score 1 1/4. So that's on the 6.5 side, 1 1/4 inch. Turn it and score at 1 1/4 inch. Okay, now turn your paper so that you now have the, oops, slide this down because I don't think you guys can see it. There we go. Turn your paper so you're at the 6.5 now, and you want that 1 1/4 score line on your left side. This side does not have a score line. Does that look dark to you guys, or is it okay? Just for some reason it's very dark on my computer. There we go. Okay, now at the 3.5 mark, I want you to do a score line, but just to where that 1 1/4 score line is. So that's at 3.5. Take your paper and completely flip it over and score on the back at 3.5. Okay, that's all we're doing to that piece. Do your second one the same way. So you've got your 6 3/4. All right, so we're scoring at 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Okay, then on the 6.5 side with, where's that look? Oops, I thought that looked a little deep. 1 1/4. I did 1 3/4 on there. That's okay. That will be covered up with paper. So now with that 1 1/4 on your left side, your 6.5 inch across, score at 3 inches, flip it over, and score at 3 inches. All right? Are we okay? Beauty, beauty, beauty. That's the magic word. And don't forget to like the post as well. Okay, on these two pieces that are 3.5 by 6 3/4, we are going to score on the 6 3/4 side. We're doing 1 1/4. Hold on, is that right? Yes. 1 1/4. On the long side, 1 1/4, and 1 1/4. All right. Do that on both pieces. 1 1/4. I'm watching comments while we do this. I have to watch them on my iPad now because things are a little screwy on there on my computer. Can't see everything in the screen. Okay, your two pieces that are 9 1/4 by 2 1/4. On the long side, we are going to score it at 1 1/2, 2 3/4, 4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, and 7 3/4. Okay, I'm going to do it again. 1 1/2, 2 3/4, 4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, oops, and 7 3/4. There we go. That is all the scoring that you need to do. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I think I'll just put this board up here to keep that other stuff out of the way. I'm going to flip that because I don't want those grid lines. No, you know what? Then you're going to have that light shining back on this side. Okay. And then I also cut out my, what did I do with them? Cut out my, I cut two sets. Hold on, let me find it here. This is typically my desk and how I work. But for some reason, I know I cut two sets. So for your printed paper, you can get away with just one sheet of printed paper. In this case, I used two different ones, but you know, some of the papers have a pattern, and then like this one I really couldn't, but the other one that I cut out that I can't find, the back had a dot and it was a really nice print, a poinsettias on the front. So I just flipped it over and used the back of it for the second part. Okay, so you can do that as well if you like and just save some. There they are. Oh my gosh, I am losing my mind. So there's the poinsettia. On the back of it was this green and white dot. So I thought that would, you know, just using one piece of paper. So with the printed, where's my notes? Sorry. I have this written down. I gave it to you guys last night. Okay, your pattern paper, you need, I'm back, two pieces that are 4 1/8 by 5 1/8, two pieces that are 2 1/8 by 4 1/8, two pieces that are 1 1/8 by 4 1/8, and four little pieces that are 1 1/8 by 2 1/8. All right, so that again, 4 1/8 by 5 1/8, 2 1/8 by 4 1/8, 4 1/8 by 1 1/8, and 1 1/8 by 2 1/8. All right, these two pieces that I was so confused with last night, I actually cut one and put it beside me, so if I went brain dead again, I wouldn't have an issue. what we want to do on these two little corners here, we just want to snip up to the score line. And same on this side, just up to the score line. Okay, don't cut those off. I did that, and you don't want to do that. Now this part, this longer part, that part we want to cut off completely. Down to the score line and snip that off like that. And again to the score line and snip that off. There we go. Okay, so do that to the two pieces. So again, up to the score line, like that on those ends. Are we okay, everybody? And then this whole piece. Why is that? Something's not right. That should have been 3.5. So we'll just use this one. There we go. Okay, so we've got those two pieces cut like that. So we've cut this section off, and then we've just cut up to the score line on here. Okay, on these two pieces, and I've done my measuring on here. These two, we do want to completely cut those little corners off. So we're going to snip and snip. Okay, that's all the cutting we need to do. Move those out of the way. And then these ones here, you've got your first score line, your second score line folded up so that you are creating a mountain. Miss that score line and then fold the next one up and create a mountain. All right, use your bone folder and give yourself, what's the size of, I don't know what your question was, Irene. Not sure what you're asking. There we go. Okay, so we've got these score lines folded up, and that's going to give us our little compartments on the inside. Do the same thing with the second one. Fold up. Are you all looking forward to signing up for Lucy? Hello, Lynn. I'm seeing some new names. And same thing there. So we've got this nice little folded compartments. Okay? Let's score all of our other lines. Or not score, but burnish your score lines. That one. We have this one. And then these ones as well. That one I've already done. And then get this one done. The second green paper was 6.5 or 6 3/4. The first cardstock is 6 3/4 by 6.5, and the second one is 6 3/4 by 3.5. And then the third cardstock is 9 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. Excited for Lucy 4. I'm excited too. I'm especially excited about doing a mixed media piece with you guys, and you are going to love it. Prima has donated stuff for us. They're giving stuff for the goodie bags. I don't know what. Score Pal just confirmed they're supporting us again. Sizzix, American Crafts, like it just...
What's according to Dan?
I didn't say anything according to Dan. I didn't even say your name.
Okay.
Those hearing aids aren't working so well, are they?
Well, they're making me rethink in our
What
house.
side did you cut out on the long piece? I think that's what you're asking me. Okay, so on your main pieces, your 6.5 by 6 3/4, I cut this long section off on both sides, and on the ends here, I just cut up to the squares. All right, and I did that to both pieces. I cut that long section off and 2 little short sections. On that smaller piece, I completely took the corners out on both of them. And on this one, we didn't do any cutting. So right now, what I want to do is I want to fold this up. And I think I'm just going to miter a little bit on these ends, just so it fits in a little nicer. And I'm going to tuck these pieces on the inside, and I'm going to glue them down. But before I do that, it's easier for me to put my paper down first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my paper down, and then we'll fold the edges up. So let's do that. Are you guys still with me? Oh, this is gummed up. Sure feels like it. So those that don't know what the dangle for the glue pins are, this is what they look like. This one I've had for quite some time. They don't last forever. The pins start to, you know, bend and such. So that's why I'm trying to do them by seasons. So right now, we're doing the Christmas ones. And right after that, I will do Valentine ones. So there'll be like pinks and reds and hearts on them. And then we'll do some for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I've got to take my tip off because it's gummed up. So I hate using the bottle with just the regular tip. I love the fine line because the glue comes out nicer. It's a thinner line, but mine seems to be gummed up, and I cleaned it yesterday with hot water, but something's still in there. Nope, and that's not straight. Straighten it out a little bit. There we go. And then just burnish your glue down. Now, my cardstock is a textured cardstock, so I left the texture on the outside. So I want to make sure that I do the same thing with the second piece. Actually, it doesn't matter because yeah, see how this glue is coming out too fast, too much. I'm just going to do that. And stick that down. Whoop. There we go. Now I will flip these ends up. And I didn't miter the ends on this one. So I'm just taking a smidgen off, just so it doesn't show up over the edge when I glue that piece down. Okay, so a little bit of glue on those ends. Ay, ay, ay. Where are my... If you don't already know this, bulldog clips are great to have around to hold things when you're gluing them, so you can move on to your next piece without having to sit there. Now this glue dries really quickly, but it doesn't hurt to do that. All right, same thing on this one. I put my glue down. Fold it in. In. Now, make sure you get those outside edges lined up nicely. Are we all good still? Any questions? Okay, now we're going to put these back to back, and that's going to create our base. If you wanted to have a hole here, I didn't on this one, as you can see, but you could put a hole there if you wanted. You know, you could make a hole big enough, I guess, to attach it onto the door, or a hole to hang it on your tree, or whatever you wanted, but I'm not doing that. So I am now going to glue these two sections together. Okay, so I'm going to take those clips off, get my glue down here. And slide these two together, stand them up, make sure that they're all nice and even, Steven. It's just hard to put it down and burnish your glue, so I'm just giving it a good push with my hands, making sure those edges are in as well. Okay, so these two pieces here, this piece and this piece, are actually going to be going on the inside in here, and that's creating that side. So we need to put our paper on the fronts here, and it is easier to do it on the fronts while it's off. So again, I'm gonna try my glue again. You get so used to working with this tip that when it doesn't work, you're lost. Let's see. Nope, it still doesn't want to go. Okay, there we go. For a second, yeah. Sorry, gang, I'm persistent in trying to get it to work. All right, so I'm just going to stick that pretty green on the front of there and burnish that down. My paper turned a little bit, did it? Oh, it's good. And this one. So as I said, these are really cute. I'm going to put the Purdy's chocolates in them, maybe a candy cane, but you could put an emery board, nail clippers, some tweezers, or you could make, if it's a crafty friend, you can make a little thing for them with some band-aids, because you know there's nothing like scrapbooking and then having a paper cut and bleeding all over. So maybe some band-aids and some sanitizer, you know, a couple of little things tucked inside, and then some candies and so forth in there. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on those three sides, and I'm going to stick that down on the inside. And that's going right lined up on the inside of my box. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just apply some pressure on the bottom and the sides. So that's my one side done. See, once we get it right, it's really quick. I mean, I've done some pretty complicated albums, and yet last night, for the life of me, I could not figure out how to put this together. So this goes to show you. Now I got some glue on the outside, but that's okay. I've got paper to cover that. And let's burnish that on the inside and the sides. Whoops. Now it looks like I could, if I had my tip, I could slide a little bit of glue in there, but I don't want to do it without the tip on because it will make a real nice mess. Now I've got these little pieces that are going on the ends, so I'll stick those down. And you know, you can ink all your edges on these, but this is again the sort of project that you don't want to spend a ton of time doing. But you can, you know, cut out a whole bunch and then just sit and do your assembly. But you know, when you get into inking and everything, you're adding time to it, and this isn't the type of thing that people tend to keep. Not like a folio or, you know, stuff like that where it's a keepsake forever. These are just a fun little thing to do. Get these stuck down. Yeah, Jennifer, they actually do go together quickly. And how are you feeling? There we go. All right. Now for these, where your peaks are, your mountains, we want to put glue in there. Whoops. Darn. The thing is, also, if you don't buy the tip and you use the glue this way, you're using way more glue. So, you know, call me cheap, but I just try to make things last a little longer. And yes, you know, we sell it, we want you to buy it, but I also try to make your dollars go a little further for you. So I just want to make sure I've got good creases. And these are my dividers. Now, if you wanted, instead of having, you know, 2 dividers, you could do a fold through the middle and just have instead of having 3 sections, you would have 2 sections. So this is sliding inside here. So I'm going to add some glue across the back. You see the difference, how much glue comes out compared to having my tip on. Fold that in. Trying to do that without getting glue across the top. There we go. I'm just going to slide my hand in and give it a good burnish. There we go. And so that's the one side done. I'm just going to do the other side and then it's complete. So, you know, if you're using, like you could use the mega pads or the 6x6 pads because they've got little things inside, like little cards and little squares that you can cut out. If you're using a larger collection kit, there's 3x4 cards in there that you can use to decorate your piece. You know, ribbon, I took some white ribbon, I used some alcohol inks and made it red ribbon, and just decorate it up the way you want. Okay, and again, I'm going to push that down. Now this side's a little harder to get in there to burnish. There we go. And it's done. So I have like, this is a paper from last year. So I think I'm going to fussy cut this little girl because she's so cute and maybe put her on the edge. Depending on what you're putting inside your box, you know, whatever you're going to put up here. So if I'm doing 3 chocolates on this side, I can go like this. just, but this side I'm blocking that. So I may put one over there. Here I want to have lower things because I don't want to block this. So, give a little thought about what you're putting in there first. You may want to just leave that completely blank and just put some little things on here, but it's whatever you want to do. Now, if they're flopping, the other thing you can do is take these go on the bottom as well. So I'll finish that after, but these, you don't need to put paper on the bottom, but it just finishes it nicely for you. So you can take a piece of paper. I have a scrap here. Let me just cut this off, and I'm just going to show you what I mean. Just to give you an idea. So let's say I am putting this chocolate in here. I can make a little holder to go around. Score it, score it. Score and score. All right. I want it loose enough that my chocolate can slide in and out.
You need to be able to get your chocolate out. Yes.
Of course. And so then I would just glue this piece on here, and then the chocolate could slide in. Or if you're doing an emery board, you can slide it, make it smaller, make your little tab smaller, and just wrap it, but keep it loose enough that that can slide in and out, and then take that little tab. Stop playing with the stuff. If you mess up my counts, I'm going to strangle you.
With an emery board, it's not so important, but with chocolate, you got to be able to get it out quick.
Of course. We wouldn't want something to happen. And then you're just going to slide this little piece in. So that's all there is to this, girls. It's all done. Isn't that cute? Put them on the table at Christmas dinner with some little treats in. Candy canes.
You know what? Those little pockets will hold one of those little wee bottles of booze too.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so you could put a little bottle of Bailey's in there, or a little bottle of
maple
whatever.
Syrup, or
Yep.
Oh
my goodness!
But if you're doing it for a scrapbook friend, you may want to put some
more booze.
More booze. Maybe one of these, and some Band-Aids, and an alcohol ink. Just some little things in there, depending, if you're doing a gift exchange or something. Just a fun little thing to do. So that is it. That's all I am doing with you tonight, so I can finish up with my beads on my table here because Dan's playing with them. And we will... Good idea, Dan. See?
Yeah.
All the drinkers out there are agreeing with you, Dan.
Yeah.
We will be on Sunday night. You will have the pleasure of the two of us on Sunday night. We do have stuff to show you. However, I thought Echo Park our new stuff was going to be in today. It's not in till Monday. Stamperia is in on Monday. There's another distributor. We've got another order coming in from them on Monday. So you could do a bunch and make an Advent type thing. You could. Yeah, you could group them together and, create some sort of a 6-12. You would need, like sort of a double pack, triple pack, quadruple pack. Told you the brain isn't working.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that's it. Dan and I will be up on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. I'm hoping I'm going to have that little album to show you on Sunday, but if not, I will show you Monday or Tuesday. Remember, the keyword is beauty. You could win one of these, which is what I'm going to be using for this mini album that I'm doing on Thursday night. All right? Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Halloween. And Sunday, big day. We got Halloween. You've got the Lucy and Ricky show. And we've got registration for Lucy 4. So lots going on.
The Lucy and Ricky show. That is scary.
Yes. And don't forget, oh my gosh, the amount of cards that we got is amazing. Tomorrow is the last day to drop off cards. We will take a picture of all the cards together and post it.
So many.
I am tomorrow going to be laying them out, and I'm bagging them into 50s. So when they go to the main depot, they can split them up however many bags they want to each location and go from there. Alrighty, have a good night, everybody. Stay safe and keep creating.